Excuse me? Hi. You look good. Can I talk to you?
Oh, nah, I'm good. I'm not really interested. I'm good.
Modern woman having a mental breakdown after being rejected. I can kind of see that. Here's why. Women can't handle desiring a man that does not desire them in return. This is a hard pill for us to swallow.
So I decided to like shoot my shot, and I asked a guy, and he was so nice about it too. I appreciated how honest he was about him being in a relationship, but I don't know, he was like really attractive, and I was like, I'm gonna shoot my shot as a woman. Like, you never know until you actually go out there and like do it, right? I'm sorry, it just felt like someone was staring into my car, and that felt awkward. But so he was really nice too. I love his like response. I was like, "You're really handsome." Well, at first I seen him, I told him like, "You're really handsome, right?" Cool. And then I like ended up getting in my car because I was so nervous. And then I'm like, I had to literally talk myself into going back to talk to him. I got in the car and I'm like, bitch. Because I didn't know. I felt like maybe if I engaged, he would like, like eventually like fucking just take the bait. But I went back and I seen him and I got enough courage and I was like, oh my gosh, like, would it be really weird if like I asked for your number? And then he was like, well, I'm actually talking to someone. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so honest. Like, 'cause I feel like some guys, like, he just seemed like the guy. Even his response is like, I would want to be with you because you just seem like a fucking honest ass person. And he just shook my hand and he was just so like chivalrous. He was like one of those like proud, strong black kings. And I don't know why I don't know. Like, I just feel like it hit me that, like, and I don't want to say never, never is stupid. But I am, like, 25, and, like, every fucking, I don't know, I just feel like I'm not, like, cut out for, like, relationships. It's, like, probably so stupid. I don't know. The fuck? Why can't I find my soulmate or have like this amazing partner? It just feels like it'll always be this way. And I'm just like, I don't know. The men that I do talk to, they ain't shit. They only want to be with you like for sexual reasons. And it's like, I just would want to have something with somebody that is like real. And I just feel like nothing is like really real anymore. It just kind of sucks. I mean, I would do it again. I would. I think me just, doing it and like facing like a fear. I don't know how guys do it. Like, it's so like scary approaching people that you don't know. But I don't know. I just guess I should be happy in general. Like, I was fine without him. I'll be fine with him. And yeah.
Remember, all women want to be desired and want to feel desirable. Now, women today are not being realistic about their choices in men. Women know that men choose based on looks most of the time. And so if they're not being chosen or they're not being desired by the person that desires them, they think it's because they're not attractive. And that boils down into other things. Women internalize that. This can turn into depression and anxiety. Therefore, women not putting themselves out there to be rejected. That's why we have to remember Matthew 7:12. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Therefore, treat others the way that you would want to be treated.
Like, I asked for your number, and then he was like,
do I think women should approach men that they're interested in? Why not? story. My husband and I have been together for almost 20 years. It'll be 20 years. It's February the 24th of this month, which is our anniversary. Been together 20 years and married for 10 of those 20 years. So we were together, had our children and everything for 10 years before we decided to get married. And how we met was at a friend of mine's birthday party. And the friend of mine was dating his cousin. And he was at the birthday party and I was at the birthday party. And so, you know, since I knew his cousin and I knew, you know, I was friends with his cousin's girlfriend, I was like, here, you give your fine ass cousin my phone number and you tell him, I said, call me. And lo and behold, I was getting out of school and before I could make it in the door, the phone was ringing and it was him. Little did I know that we would be still together, 2 kids and 20 years later. So why would you not? I approached my husband. It ain't like he asked for my phone number. Yeah, he probably was interested and just didn't want to admit that he was, but he was. And yeah, why wouldn't you? I mean, don't when you go to the store, you see something you like, you purchase it. If you have a subscription you think you might need or you might be interested in, you subscribe. If you see a person that you're interested in, why would you not approach them? I mean, everything else in life that you like or you're interested in, you take the initiative to integrate that in your life in some shape, form, or fashion. So why would you not do the same thing with a person that you're interested in? Now, the problem comes in is when this person, whomever it is that you may be interested in, if they just so happen to tell you, no, I'm in a relationship with another person or I'm married, and you just don't stop, you continue to pursue that person, then that becomes a problem. And really, to be honest with you, you should know before approaching someone if they're, I'm not going to say you might directly know that they're in a relationship, but you should be able to know if they're married, you know. So, yeah. I'm not going to get down on my knees and propose to no man. I think that's stupid. I really do. I think that's ridiculous. But as far as if you're interested and you see something that you like, go for it. What's the worst thing they can say? No? If you can't accept no, then you have a problem. So, yeah, definitely.
Y'all, when women get rejected, oh, it's deep. I don't know what it is, but we do not handle it well. Actually, I do know what it is, and I'm going to tell you in this video. Women desire to be desired, okay? That is something you're going to see in every woman. She wants to be desired. Some people allow their desire to run them. Some people can harness their desire, but all women deep down want to be desired. And so when she's not desired or does not feel desirable, she takes that internally. I mean, it makes her sad. It can cause depression. It can cause anxiety. It can cause you to feel like you're not good enough. It can cause hopelessness. I mean, it gets very deep. Because of that, I think a lot of women don't put themselves out there. I think it boils down to one simple thing. That as women, we have to accept that looks matter. And we can fight it, we can argue it, but looks matter. And when a man's not attracted to us, it hits deep. Because most men are rejecting you because they're not attracted to you.
I decided to like shoot my shot.
Hey, how's it going? First, I will say that was very nice and very awesome that she went up to that man and asked him out. And it was also very nice how he told her that he's talking to someone else. I think what we had right here was two people having an honest human conversation. Nothing wrong with a woman asking a guy out. I think it's just, it doesn't happen as often. And so, as you can see, when she got rejected, and I wouldn't even call rejected, it was more just told, hey, I'm not interested right now because he's seeing somebody else. It hits hard. That's what men go through all the time in our lives, not only in relationship. in every aspect, in jobs, this and that. Now, I'm not saying men are better. I'm just saying, chin up, keep trying, girl. You'll get it.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you what was worse. The sniveling from the first lady or the horrible commentary for the other lady. I mean, I get it. The other lady is adhering to traditional gender normatives. But we live in an environment that has shit on traditional gender normatives for at least 2 or 3 generations straight. Modern women have said they had no intention of being traditional women, that they were strong, independent, didn't need men, that they wanted to feel empowered. Now that they have all this power, you don't want the women to use it? Now, after all these years of making it seem like it was cringeworthy for men to even shoot their shots without psychopathically, telepathically being able to figure out the inner workings of that woman's mind to know whether or not his advance would be a welcome one. What? That's crazy. No, this is the time for women to use the power that they fought for. They fought for the power, the position to be the ones to tell the men whether or not they were receptive to a relationship. Well, that's what they need to do. But let's go back to the first lady for a second. This woman is essentially crying over the rejection that she got in a very polite way, no less, from a man who was not only attractive enough to get her attention, but apparently was attractive enough to already get a relationship of his own already. The man didn't tell her she was ugly or anything like that. He complimented her. He appreciated the advance, but he politely and calmly and nicely gave her a rejection. And that was enough to send her into this spiral, just giving up the ghost. Oh, I'll never find anybody. Wait a minute. The one guy, just one. Ladies, think about this for a second. Men may get rejected by 40, 50, 60 plus women in a day and still keep going. You get rejected one time and get ready to give up the ghost? Maybe you all are not quite as strong as you tell yourselves. Maybe it's time to actually woman up and go out there and use that feminine power that you all fought for and start using it to get the men that you actually want. And that's not a masculine behavior. That's just what you asked for. No man worth his salt, no man who has anything to lose is going to jeopardize his livelihood, his freedom, his lifestyle, just chasing behind women just cause, putting themselves in this position of being labeled the creep, being labeled the harasser. No. So get off your little lazy keisters, tap into some of that girl magic, and go out there and talk to men. And not just the most attractive of the most attractive. Because guess what? When you talk to the men that you find the most attractive of the most attractive, you're not the only woman who sees that. Yes. Oh, yes. See, you forgot that you weren't the only one, right? Ladies, you have to compete now. Yes. For the men that you find the most attractive, there's other women who also see those men, who also have eyes. They desire those men as well. So yeah, you're going to have to show what makes you better compared to those other women. It's a different world we live in. But by all means, don't take it from a man. You all keep doing what you're doing. Because apparently, mixing and matching, conflating how things really are has been working so well for you.